So today I'm going to teach you guys how to use Copic markers, and we're going to learn how to do shading and the coloring. Yeah, coloring and shading. Now here's the picture. Here's the picture I have now, and this is of Goku. You may remember him from your childhood. He's from a popular cartoon called Dragon Ball Z. So, and the first part of this will be adding the color, the base color that comes before the shading. Okay, so for this part of the drawing, I'm going to use one base color for each part, the face, the hair, and the clothes, in order to create the base color for this before we actually start to shade. So for this one, I use multiple layers. I don't just go over just once. I go over each part multiple times, and then I make sure that each part is shaded in fairly well. Not shaded in, but colored in fairly well to where it's not super blotchy and there's a solid color. If you notice, with each of my strokes, I keep going over the same place multiple times so that I can get that solid color. Alright, for this part, what I did was I started adding the shadows, and basically for each place where you put shadows at, it's wherever the light doesn't hit. So here I would put shadows underneath the hair and the bangs, and then I would also add them underneath the eyebrows and underneath the head and the neck. Right now I'm using a French gray to reinforce some of those areas that are like really dark. And you see how it's starting to add kind of a darker and it's starting to fade into that lighter part? That adds a little bit of a contrast. And so on with this darker blue, which I'm going to add to the eyes, and I'm going to add to the eyebrows as well. And eventually I'll start to add it to the hair. And now with this darker orange, I'm coming in, I'm adding the same shadows to help reinforce that sense of depth so it won't be so flat. And now with this more of an orangish tone, I'm coming in and I'm adding more of like a fleshy look. It's not so much a shading, it's just to kind of add a little bit of color to the skin. Just, to show the heat on the inside. And this darker blue is just to reinforce some of those darker spots and to make the hair look make it look a lot more like light. It's supposed to show like energy glowing off of it. And those darks next to those lights really help that come out and really push those lights out.